Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Just walking my way from the bank here. I got enough saved to get an apartment in Winnipeg, so I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Like, I want to be in Selkyrk, but it's like there's nothing really giving in Selkyrk. Like, I'm here because I want to raise my son Drayton, but Barbara won't let me see my son, and that was proven last week. Proven last week when I asked her in front of everybody, can I see my boy on Thursday? And she basically said no, flat out. Basically, she said, like, I don't want you coming back in and out of his life. You never tried to see him before. But ultimately, like, I've been trying to see him all along, if she hasn't already noticed that. Like, when I was trying to get us back together as a family, that was so that we can raise our son together. And then when I met Roxanne, I stopped trying to get us back as a family, and I started trying to co-parent with her to a certain degree. Like, even though I mentioned, like, yeah, we could be a family, I was always trying to co-parent with her. So it's like, I've been trying to co-parent with her for years, and before that I was trying to get our family back together, and we can still be together right now, we can still co-parent right now, but like, my point is, whatever you do in life, for most part, you're gonna face some resistance. Like, this week I had my daughter for 5 days in a row, right? But during that time when I had my daughter, like during the days that my daughter was in my arms, people were telling me, you'll never get your children, you'll never see your son. And that includes like that Kyle situation. Like, Kyle was basically like, hey bud, you'll never see your children. And it's just like, I had my daughter in my arms when I was talking to you, Kyle. You know, like, so, but like, what I want to talk to you about is like, you'll face that kind of resistance in anything you do. If you choose to, like, for example, I'm trying to see my baby boy, and like, as for Sydney, like literally 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, whatever, she was asking me for another baby. She was asking me for our family to be together and stuff like that, and I told her, yes, we can be a family together and all that stuff. But like, with all of that though, like, the way she 180'd, because like, I don't know why she 180'd. Like, I think she was seeing multiple people at a time, and then I made it apparent that we are together, and then that's when she started flipping out, like, whoa, you're not supposed to tell people we're together. You're not supposed to tell people we're together, Darren, is basically what she was like. And so I think like that whole time she was seeing somebody else while seeing me, which is true because she cheated on me, right? Like, and in order to cheat on me, what she had to do was basically entertain another person's, you know, like, dirty wishes to be with her. So I mean, like, the way she entertained him by like conversing with him while we were together, that was downright dirty. That was like, you know, that was her choice to cheat on me and her choice to be a bad person like that. And like, our family can be together today, but I'm starting to realize, since nothing in this town is giving, like, for real, like, there's nothing in this town to work for, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been trying to get a job, and it's like, I can't seem to land a job in this town anymore. It's like, just the way it goes, you know? Like, I want to work until I'm 65, and I can't seem to do that because everybody that I talk to, in terms of the people that let me, that, you know, they have the opportunity to let me in the doors in terms of like work and stuff like that. Like, I had an interview at Walmart the other day, right? And like, this lady, she wouldn't hire me, even though I have the qualifications, I have the skills, I have the experience. I was applying for the cashier position, and like, I can do that. I can literally do that. And I went to Walmart the other day, and it was just like, all they had was white cashiers. And like, you know, nothing against white people. I'm just saying, like, the business Walmart in Selkyrk is being like overrun by these like racist majority people who are not going to let me in their doors. Like, that's how it goes to a certain degree. But it's like, since that is in Selkyrk, like, literally those people are fucking racist, like that racist bitch Shelly at fucking Walmart. Like, since nothing is giving in terms of employment, since both of my baby mothers are mad at me for stuff that they did, like, it was Barbara who promised me we'll be a family forever, and I tried to get our family back together, and she basically has ridiculed me for that for the last like 5 years. And then like, it was Sydney who said that, hey, we're gonna be a family together. She asked me to move in with her this month. Like, she literally asked me to move in with her, and we were supposed to move in like last week together. Like, we were supposed to move in together and like raise our daughter together like a family. That's what she asked me, and she asked me for another baby. And I said, yes, for sure, you can have my baby, Sydney. I love you because I do love her. And like, we could have been together the way she promised me, but she was cheating on me the whole time, which means she was using me the whole time. So like among all of that though, like I have people like, oh, Rebecca today, like Rebecca Huney, right? Like today she was basically trying to badmouth me and all that stuff, which she did. She badmouthed me. And she, you know, she spoke her mind and stuff like that, being all like, I'll never be your fan, Darren, and all that stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, she had a crush on me when we were younger. I had a crush on her when we were younger, when we were in school together and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But like, you know, I have nothing against her. It's just the fact that like, all she knows is Barbara's side, you know, like, and I'm okay with that to a certain degree now, because it's like, you know what I mean, like, friends are friends. Like, I'm glad that Barbara has friends there for her to back her up and stuff like that to a certain degree. But it's like, whenever Barb says something, it's not always in stone. You know what I mean? Like, what she says about me is from her grudges against me. So it's not who I am as a person when she says stuff about me. But what I want to talk to you about is like resistance and perseverance, man. Like, people are gonna come after you to a certain degree. Like, I have Barbara telling me, oh, all these people are gonna come after you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, basically she's threatening me, like, bodily wise. Like, she makes it sound like I'm gonna have to fight some people, and like, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. For real. Like, if anybody wants to fight, what's up? I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a fight. Like, I've had scars and bruises before. I've had this fucking cheek, you know, like fucking like sliced open. I've had my fucking chest sliced open and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bleeding is bleeding. Fucking like hitting somebody back is as easily as being hit. You know what I mean? It's like, that's all there is to it. Like, if somebody hits me, I'm gonna hit them back. So I mean, like, if Barbara wants to threaten me in that way, you know what I mean? Like, throw the first punch and let's dance. You know what I mean? Like, and like, when I say when Barbara threatens me in that way, like if some other guy comes after me in her honor, which they won't, because here's what happens all the time. Like, what happens is they'll be strong for Barbara, in front of Barbara, to impress her. And then when they meet me face to face, they'll shut the fuck up. That's how people are to a certain degree, right? Like, so, but what I want to encourage everybody out there right now, baby daddies all over the world, whomever is listening, whomever is on my side to a certain degree, whether if you're on my side or not, or whether if you're just hearing my thoughts out right now, like, whatever you choose in life, there's going to be resistance. And you can't let that get you down, you know what I mean? Like the other day I had Kyle telling me, you'll never get your children, you know what I mean? Like, basically. And I was holding my daughter when he was telling me stuff like that. And like, I have that happen to me all the time. I'm a good father, and Barbara knows it. I'm a good father, and Roxy knows it. I'm a good father, and Sydney knows it. But again, there's always resistance against me trying to either prove myself or be myself. You know what I mean? Like when I make my music, I'm being myself. And when people do get jealous of it, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why me doing what I love and finding myself, like, I found myself, right? Like, I found myself, I know what I love to do for a living, and like what I need to do in order to obtain that living. I know I need to work a menial job and then invest into what I love doing, right? Like, I know that. But like, people literally who they have not found themselves yet. People who have not found themselves yet always come after me like Kyle to a certain degree. Maybe he found himself, I don't know, I can't speak for him in terms of that, but like, the way he's saying that I'll never see my children again, it's basically just saying what Barbara is saying, like he's being a parrot, basically, you know what I mean? Like, but he doesn't know that I'll never see my children and all that stuff. Like, I'm literally going to have to go through family court because last week, and a lot of people saw this, I asked Barbara, can I have my son? And she said no. So like, the fact that she won't let me have my son is like, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. She's projecting her absent mother onto me for our son's life because of the way her mother made her feel all of her life for abandoning her, basically. And like, I'm not gonna let that get me down. And like, if you're out there, baby daddies in the world, we gotta see our children. It's gotta be, that's what it's gotta be. Like, it's for our children. Like, all the court stuff that I'm going to jump through, all the hoops I'm going to jump through, like I'm literally going to do all of that so I can see my children one day. And I came up with this plan. For my life, not yours, like for my life, because Selkyrk is not really giving. Like, I'm here because I want to be with Barbara and raise our son together. I'm here in Selkyrk because I want to be with Sydney and raise our daughter together. In fact, last month, like I told you, Sydney was telling me that we're family, and she was telling me that that she's loyal to me, but she was fucking another guy while fucking me to a certain degree. Like the last time we had sex was like, it was either January 27th or February 1st, and like she's been fucking other people in between then, and then before then, like we were back together since January 8th, and she was fucking other guys in between then as well. So I mean, like that was her low character. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing against her. I mean, like, only God can judge her, blah, blah, blah. But it's like the fact that she was cheating on me on purpose while telling me that we'll be a family, while telling me that we'll raise our daughter together and be a family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was her using me and basically exposing my loyalty towards her. Like, we can even be together today, but I know now that she'll just cheat eventually. Like, it doesn't matter who she's with. If she'll do that to me, she'll do that to another person. And like, if I point it out, it might take her a longer time before she does it again, but eventually she's going to do that again. So it's like, even though I want to be with Sydney so fucking much, I love her so fucking much to a certain degree, I had sex tonight. So I'm over her now. You know what I mean? Like, and that's sort of what it took. That's what it took last time too. Like, I was hung up on Sydney for like almost a year, and then I had sex. That was before, right? Then I had sex, and then I was kind of like over her because like, oh, okay, yeah, I can have sex with other women. You know what I mean? Like, this is, you know, single life is all right. And that's what happened again tonight. I had sex tonight, and now it's like, oh, since I had sex tonight with another woman, now it's kind of like, okay, I don't really need Sydney in the first place, just like I didn't need her in December. But January, when she came back into my life, promising me that we'll always be a family, I started needing her again. Because we have a connection. You know what I mean? There's a difference between a connection and attachment. And like Sydney and I, we have a connection together whenever we're in the same room together, or whenever we talk on the phone together. We have a very strong connection because of who we are as people, and our scars basically align to a certain degree. Like, she was abused, I was abused. Like, it's just like it all kind of aligns, and that's what we kind of built our golden bond on, you know? So, but anyways, back to my point of perseverance and resistance. Like, there are going to be people like the way Kyle told me I'll never see my children, even though I had my daughter in my arms when he was telling me that. There are going to be people like Rebecca telling you shit that, like, you know, they hate you and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to do what's right, like, there are people that are going to be your resistance. And there are people that are going to have control of doors that they can open for you, like those racist people at Walmart, but sometimes they won't open the door for you because of who they are. Like, I have the experience and qualifications. They just didn't give me a chance because of who they are as people. Like, my personal life does not affect how I work at work. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that they basically like saw my ethnicity in my name and saw my ethnicity in my skin and then decided to not give me a chance that's on them. That's who they are as people, and that's their character. Because I want to work until I'm 65. And like what you should learn from that, like whether you're Native American, white, brown, black, whatever color you are, whatever race you are, it doesn't matter. Like there's always going to be people trying to hold you back on a level. Like people think I'm full of shit when I say that I have published an album on iTunes and Amazon. But I fucking showed those people the link. I'm like, dude, I'm right there. You could buy my album for $9.99. You know what I mean? Like, or a track, 99 cents per. But like, that's my resistance. And you'll have your resistance too. It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? Like my resistance, like at KFC, for example, was Clevin. Every fucking day for 5 months, I showed up and did a great fucking job. But every fucking day that I worked with him, like every time I had a shift with him, I was dreading it because he's such a fucking like control freak, racist bastard. You know what I mean? The fact that every time that he came to work when we had the same shift together, the fact that like I was dreading fucking working that shift because he was working that shift as well, and I know that he was going to basically like pick on me, and it's just like, ugh, you know, I took a shit for 5 months, and then I stood up to him at 5 months and said, "You're a racist control freak," straight to his fucking face. Like I said that to him, and then I just didn't go back there because it was like, what's the fucking point? He's never gonna change, and he's gonna keep working at KFC because that's who he is, you know what I mean? But it's like, I fucking loved that job. That job was so fucking good, and I enjoyed it every moment except for Clevin in that Nick situation. Like, except for those two fucking factors, that job was fucking awesome. Like, I wish I still had that job right now, but it's just the way the world is. That resistance, I let it defeat me. And like, you can't let resistance defeat you, and I can't let resistance defeat me anymore. We have to overcome it, no matter who you are, where you are in your life, you know, whether you make minimum wage, whether you make $500 per hour, you know what I mean? Like, you can't let the resistance of others destroy you. You can't let that happen. You have to overcome them. Every fucking day, there's somebody telling me why I can't. Every fucking day, there's somebody telling me why I'm this or that, or why I'm crazy. Every fucking day, people tell me this stuff, and they don't look in their own backyard. Like, Sydney was telling me the other day that I need medication and I need help. Based on what, Sydney? You already take medication. Why don't you fucking up your dose, look in your backyard, and stay the fuck out of my backyard if you're gonna be a cheating hoe about our family? You know what I mean? Like, we can be together right now like you promised and swore, but you cheated, and like, you're the bad one here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was the nice guy. I was the good guy. All I did was express my love for you. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you still fucking love me because you're fucking crazy. I'm fucking crazy too. And I know that you partially love that about me, but it's like, I'm the type of crazy where like, I don't need the medication and stuff like that. I don't need that stuff. And like, as for the therapy and all that stuff that like Barbara tries to say that I need, I don't need that stuff either. Like, I found myself. I know what I'm going to do for my life. Now I just need to find that menial part of it. Like, and that brings me to persevering. Like, I'm going to look for a job. I'm going to keep looking for a job. And I'm going to do it by... I have enough saved up for an apartment in Winnipeg. So because my baby mother, Roxy, lets me see my daughter, because she lets me see my daughter, and because she's living in Winnipeg right now, my best bet to raising my children, is to move to Winnipeg. Like, by which I mean, like, if I move to Winnipeg, because Roxanne actually co-parents with me, then I can see my daughter every couple of weekends, right? You know what I mean? Like every second week or whatever, I go pick up my daughter and we hang out, and I raise her and teach her about human anatomy and try to direct her in the path of becoming a doctor, you know what I mean? Like, or something in biology and science. Like, that's what I'm aiming her for. She can choose whatever she wants when she grows up, but I'm going to aim her towards biology, science, astronomy, and all that stuff. Physics. That's what I'm aiming her towards. But like, I'll move to Winnipeg because in Selkyrk, nothing's giving. Like Sydney said, we'll be a family, and then she cheated on me for her own spiteful reasons and her being her. Like, she was cheating on me before she had any possible fucking reasons to say that, oh, I cheated on him because of this and that. Like, she cheated on me because she cheated on me. That's who she is. That's what she does. And like, she'll never really change. Like, she'll change for a little bit and then she'll change back. But like, she'll always be a cheater. And like, the thing about that perseverance part, like, hey, Kyle and Barb, if you guys have babies together and get married, congratulations, good for you, whatever. Like that's your path, right? If you choose it. Like Barbara chose me as her family, and then she completely 180'd and then stopped our family from being. And then Roxanne chose me as her baby daddy, and we kind of knew that like people don't really stay together, so we chose to be friends no matter what, and that's why it was so much easier for us to become friends. Whereas Barbara and Sydney, like in terms of co-parenting, like it's going to take them some time to co-parent with me if that ever comes, because like they have to let go of the hatred that they have in order to be a co-parent with me. Like last week I asked them for my daughter and son. They said no because of who they are in terms of their hatred, in terms of their anger. And like, sure, they gave excuses. They gave a bunch of excuses like, oh, Darren, you need help and all that stuff. But they know I'm a good father. They literally just pissed out a bunch of excuses. But I should try to wrap my point up here. Perseverance and resistance. You need to overcome the resistance that comes up against you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a good father and I know it. And what people say doesn't affect me anymore. You know what I mean? Sure, I'm making this video to kind of prove my point. But at the same time, I'm making this video for me. I'm making this video for people out there who go through the same kind of trials and challenges of life. Like, if you got like stepdaddies who are telling you that you'll never see your children, go through family court. Your fucking stepdaddy, unless he's a fucking lawyer, which Kyle is not a fucking lawyer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go through family court and you'll see your children if you're a pretty decent dude. Okay, baby daddies? Go through family court and do whatever you got to see your children. Because our children need us there to tell them that we love them and to tell them that they matter and they exist. Like if somehow, Drayton, you're watching this in the future, I love you and I'm trying to be in your life. I've been trying to be in your life since you've been born, my son. I fucking love you. You know what I mean? Like, that's never going to go away. I'm going to love you forever, Drayton, and you'll always make me proud, and I'll always do my best to try to steer you in the right direction of life. And Lovey, I will always love you. I'm sorry to say to my other children, but Lovey's my favorite. And that's based on the fact that Roxanne lets me see her, and I've seen her the most out of my children. Like, I love all my children equally. Like, for real, I love you, Drayton, as equal as Lavina. I love you, Cameron, as equal as Lavina. And Lavina, I love you so much, which means I love my other children so much too. Well, I want to get to a point in my life where I see all of my children on the regular, which I've been trying to do. And like, ever since Sydney told me that Cameron is my baby, even though I had to basically pry the answer from her through like fucking, you know what I mean? Like, through like asking her a bunch of fucking times, is that my daughter? Is that my daughter? Is that my daughter? Then eventually she just said, yeah, that's your daughter. But, sorry I'm babbling and rambling right now, but I'm really passionate about this and I'm frustrated about this, but when it comes to like overcoming the resistance that is trying to hold you back from your goals, You're going to have to stand strong. You want to be a lawyer? People might tell you, hey, you're not going to be able to pay for all that law school and stuff like that, but go out there and find out how to fucking get student loans and become a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a lot of reading, so fucking bury your nose in that fucking textbook. If you want to be a doctor, same fucking issue. You got to go out there, get your student loans and all that stuff. Me, I want to be a musician, so I have to create thousands of songs and hope that at least one of them becomes like internationally known and like one of the, you know, like a great fucking song. I have to create great songs and then hope that 1 or 2 or 10 or 100 of them like catch on with the world and make me a star in that way. You know what I mean? And even though that's a long shot, I'm still taking my shot. And people get jealous by the fact that I'm taking my shot and I'm not afraid to take my shot. So, like, to those people that come into your lives that are trying to tell you that you can't do something, you got to tell yourself every day that yes, we can. Yes, we can see our children. Yes, we can be baby daddies there for our children. Yes, we can be musicians if we create the music and go through the fucking challenges of creating the music and putting it together. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Fucking say it with me. If you're feeling down, stop feeling down, because people will kick you when you're down. You gotta fucking rise above everybody that's telling you that you can't, and you gotta rise above your baby mothers too. Like last time I talked to Sydney, she's like, all you are is good in bed. Oh, I'm also a good father, I told her right after that. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, once she's mad at you, your girlfriend or your wife or whoever the fuck you're talking about, like in terms of Sydney, like, she was going to be my wife. Like, I have my taxes, and the taxes that I have, I was going to buy her a wedding ring and propose to her, you know what I mean? An engagement ring and propose to her. But she cheated, and that completely 180'd, and now I'm going to move to Winnipeg because Selkyrk is not a giving land. Like, the business people here, like 50% of them are good people, good, honest people that fucking lets Native Americans be treated equally. And like, you know, like, I have some friends here too, and like, they're good friends, but I don't hang around with people anymore because, like, Remy was my friend and he fucking fucked my baby mother like our friendship didn't matter. You know what I mean? She's just a piece of garbage to me now. But it's like, the people in Selkyrk, for the most part, like most of them are good people. Some of them are fucking shitty people who will like when Sydney and I were together, he fucking home wrecked us, and I was gonna fucking marry her. I fucking asked her to marry me in the song Win, Fail, Win, and that was what my album title was named. And I was going to buy her a wedding ring with my taxes. And now what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take my taxes and I'm going to buy an apartment in Winnipeg, and then I'm going to try and get a job at like FedEx or UPS, something where I can deliver parcels and stuff like that until I'm 65 years old. And then while I'm doing all of that, though, I'm going to try to become a professional musician so that I can make a living just on music. I'm going to try and become a professional poker player so that I can make a living just on poker. Like, that's my goal. Like, that menial job plus on the side trying to reach my goals. And whatever your goals are, like I said, there's going to be resistance. You gotta pick something and you gotta fucking do it. That's how you find yourself. You find yourself by choosing who you are. We have free will in this world. We have 100% free will in this world. It's my free will that I make this video and hope that somebody in the world like hears it to the point where maybe it inspires them just a bit, you know? Like, that's my hope for this video, that like somebody out there is listening and they realize that they gotta fucking choose their lives. Like, we are the masters of our own destiny. We are the creators of our own lives. And that's all there is to it. I could lay down and die, the way that my baby mothers, when they're in hatred, the way they want me to lay down and die. Or I can rise above everything and not give a fuck what the free will of other people says about me. And that's one thing that you need to take from this video. The free will of other people should never fucking affect us. The free will of other people should not hurt our feelings, because people will choose what they choose to do, even if they choose to do shitty things like home wreck, or if they choose to do shitty things like cheat, or if they choose to do shitty things like promise you a family and then give up on your family. If people choose to do that with their free will, you can't let that hurt you forever. You got to get over it eventually, like I have, and you got to realize that the free will of other people, it doesn't matter. The free will of other people doesn't matter. Like I mean, like, in terms of like rights, civil rights and society and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't kidnap somebody and stuff like their free will matters in that regard. But like, what I mean is like their opinion of you doesn't matter. They're trying to take you down doesn't matter. Like the way Kyle is saying that you'll never see your children and stuff like that, like the way he does that shouldn't affect me trying to see my children, because if it does, then I won't, right? So it's like I will see my children because his free will doesn't affect me. And again, like, I would just want to say, like, hey Barb, hey Kyle, if you're together and a couple, I respect you guys. And like, if you get married, good on you. That will be good for our son Drayton, because like I hear you guys keep getting back together and then breaking up, getting back together and breaking up. Like, Barbara, you said that you don't want me being in and out of Drayton's life, so you gotta stop fucking breaking up and being back together. You gotta fucking choose a fucking path if you're gonna choose a dominant male role model. And if it's Kyle, I give Kyle my blessing to be there for my son and to treat our son like his. Be a good stepdad. And then like for Roxanne, like I met the guy that you're with and he seems cool. And I respect that. So, you know what I mean? Like to him and you, like just raise my daughter like good people. You know what I mean? Like, don't hurt my daughter. Keep my daughter safe. Protect her from the world and protect her from yourself, okay, stepdad? Okay? And then as for Sydney, like just last month you were fucking promising me family forever and that we'll be together forever and that you're loyal. But like, whomever you decide to fucking, like, whomever's, like, whose life you ruin next, you know what I mean? Like, make sure that they're good people and that they don't take it out on our child. You know what I mean? Like, every choice you make is for our child, Cameron, Sydney. If you choose a shitty fucking meth head stepdad like that fucking Raimi piece of shit, then you're making the wrong choice for our daughter. But if you choose somebody who's going to be civil and decent and who's not going to fucking rape our daughter the way you were raped when you were 13, if you choose somebody good who's going to be good to our daughter and protect our daughter from other people and himself, then like, you have my blessing. But like, choose the right person, Sydney. Don't be a fucking dumbass about it. This is our daughter. She gets one life. If we fucking emotionally scar her before she's 18, then that's our fault. You know what I mean? And let me see my children, Barbara and Sydney. We don't have to go through court. That $2,000 that I would have to spend to take you through court, we can use that towards our children's college fund. Something more useful than a fucking lawyer, when we can be civil and we can be friends and raise our daughter and son together. The way Roxanne and I raise our daughter together. But yes, thank you for listening. Everybody who's still with me right now, I mumbled a lot. But I'm so fucking frustrated with not being able to see my children because of the free will of my baby mothers. And I know that their free will shouldn't harm me, it shouldn't hurt me, but the fact that they're denying me my children does hurt a bit. And I know I said that the free will of other people shouldn't hurt you. Like, on a lot of levels, their free will doesn't hurt me, but The fact that my son thinks that I don't want to see him because Barbara won't let me see him, that kind of affects me just a little bit. The fact that Cameron is going to grow up fatherless until I fucking take Sydney through courts, or until she fucking smartens up and co-parents with me, that bothers me just a little bit. But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, the free will of other people should not affect how you live your life. And whatever you choose for yourself, choose it, make it 100%, and stick with it. You got until 65 until you work, if you're lucky enough to live that long. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work until I'm 65. I'm going to invest in music. I'm going to invest in poker. And that's my path. I'm going to pay my child support when I get my career at fucking UPS or fucking FedEx or fucking the Canadian Forces. Like, whatever career I choose and whatever career I land on, I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to provide. I'm going to provide them with emotional support when I jump through all of the family court stuff. I'm going to be there for my children. And the free will of my baby mothers will not stop me for long. And I just want to say, don't let the free will of other people ever affect how you feel about yourself. That's the most important thing to take from this video. Do not let the free will of other people affect yourself and how you feel about yourself and what you choose to do for your life. Thank you for listening.